Hey there, everybody. We're just walking back up from what is actually the second part of this video, but the microphone was picking up a lot of wind, and so yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of editing and splicing and all that jazz, that video quality shenanigans, and so yeah. Need to make some decisions on how to proceed with some certain efficiencies and materials that are coming into our possession. So I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the video. And yeah, I think I'm in the spot where you guys aren't getting the sun too bad. There we go. Right behind us. Yeah. So, stick around. Lots of free materials. Thoughts about what we're going to do with them. This big bad Larry over here fell the other day. And the big one is an eastern white pine. The general overstory. So like that guy up there, that's pretty barren, otherwise, is an eastern white pine. Many of you in our area are likely familiar with them. They're the pines that have these bundles here, and so there's 5 needles to each of these points generally, and that's one of the key indicators that it is an eastern white pine. And so let me refocus here. So this tree fell in the windstorm, and the one that is sticking up over here and this little guy over there are maples that were taken down with it. The one protruding up is split about 2 feet up from the base, and the smaller one that you see right there was completely uprooted when this one fell. And so, in the name of safety and to continue me having access to the pile of wood chips that he left back there, down where the dog is kind of wandering off to. He's so free-spirited. And anyway, so I was cutting this log and taking all the branches, and we've kind of thrown everything to the slash pile. I know it looks like this is all right up against that tree, but it's not quite right up against that tree. But I'll come in and move stuff, but this was completely across. There's this guy up here that was part of that tree that is just stuck up there, and short of cutting down something, I have no way of getting to it. So that's scary. But as part of taking these apart, I'm going to use these for discs for some of my wood burning. I think that'll be fun. Have little plates or plaques, something cute. So, as part of what happened, I've got all this maple right here, and this is fresh sawn. It was a live tree, sugar maple, if my taste buds are correct, and not just that, but we pulled the buds, and you can tell if it's a Norway maple if it protrudes like a white sap from it. It's like milky substance, but these guys did not have it, and so you can see some of the branches, the branch wood over here. And so I'm now in possession of these 5 logs, plus whatever I can extricate from there safely. It's a little sketchy. I might show it to you guys towards the end. So now I'm faced with the quandary of what do I do with these logs? Do I store them for a year to cure them and use them for firewood to heat my home? That's it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a few, maybe a week or two, given the way that we heat our house. If I were to take down the rest of that maple and the other smaller guy, that's definitely a week or two of firewood. Or they could be mushroom logs. I could cut them, I could buck them finer, and we would be able to inoculate them. We have some, it's getting old now, but we have some lion's mane spore, and we could, make some cuts and then stack them back together and pack them full of spore and get food out of them. Or I can heat my home. What do you guys think? Should I split them? Take a few for logs and some for firewood? Yeah, love to hear your thoughts. Just enjoying the path. Have I shown you guys the wood chip pile? I haven't shown you guys the wood chip pile yet. We're probably going to hire a crew with a much bigger truck than me to move them all for us. You know what? Let's take a walk down by the river. I'll see you guys in a sec. So there she is. Pupper for scale. So, as you can probably surmise, we've been out here a little bit already. Tractor's over here. So, yeah, this is taller than me by a foot and change. And, yeah, I've probably made 8-9 trips in my little 4-cylinder pickup with the capacity to hold maybe a little over a yard if I overload it of wood chip. But so we had a visit from a gentleman who has a company that does yard cleanup and seasonal things and home reno demo stuff. And so we are waiting to hear back from them on some calendar dates to pick from, but they've got a 14-foot long truck with 5-foot sides, and they could do this whole pile, this whole thing, in probably 4, less than 5 trips, 5 or fewer trips, and they could move this whole thing and dump it, as opposed to me doing it 1 yard at a time and having to physically, on my own, pull out wood chips from the back of the truck on the tarp. And yeah, there's just kind of that efficiency of, if you're going to burn fossil fuels, how are you going to use them? Is it going to be efficient? Is it going to free up those man hours that you have? But so, yeah, we have a ton of chips. This is part and parcel of being neighborly, a lot of hardwood. I think this is mostly chips from the blowdowns and the dead stuff that were here. I think a lot of the greener material that got shipped out on the trucks full of chips was probably headed to a composting facility or some such. And so a lot of the nitrogen material, the ramial chips, were out there on those, and we got some dry stuff, and that's okay too. I want to use this for paths and to bulk out stuff in the woodlot food forest. And so, yeah, huge windfall, and we have some logs up front that I've got to go move. But so, yeah, what do you guys think? How would you spend that concentrated gasoline energy, that fossil fuel energy? I'd rather make 5 trips on a slightly less efficient vehicle than 200 trips on a more efficient vehicle. That just seems like simple math to me. And once it's in the spaces on our property, to the entrance of each of the stairways and our access paths, that'll allow me to use gravity to help move everything down. It won't feel quite so daunting if I've got a body or two can run the tractor and bring down yards at a time and then spread it from there. That's a way more efficient use of the time than spending it driving back up and down this road. So we've got that. We've got some logs to decide what we're going to do with. And yeah, interested to hear what you folks think. So, till next time. Thanks for watching. Happy planting.